Well, guys, welcome to this video. The bad news is you did poorly on your tests. Um, we're gonna handle this by splitting the class into two groups. There's going to be one group that is the normal group, and we'll continue on in the book doing what we need to do there. The other group, you guys, are going to be watching videos like this and continuing to work on the material that obviously you didn't catch on to the first time around. It is so important to get this information, to get this material down, that I can't let you continue on in class until you get these ideas down. We're going to be simplifying expressions and solving equations from now until you're done with Algebra 2. There's just no way around it. You can't not understand this material and make it any further. So, with that in mind, here's video 1, and you guys again will be watching regular videos and working on the same material until you can show that you really understand it and you're ready to catch up with the rest of the group. Okay? So, here we go. The first thing I want to talk about is just this idea, and I've mentioned it in class before, of two things. The first is the word simplify. You got to think about what this expression means. Now, I've mentioned it several times, but I did it in the context of exactly what happened on the test. I said, when we take the test, some of you, and actually all of you in this group, are going to confuse the word simplify with the word solve. If you're not familiar with these terms, you need to be. You're going to get directions from now for the next 4 years of math that either say simplify or they say solve. And if you're not sure what these words mean, you're not going to be able to do the math. So starting right now, understand the difference between these two words. We simplify expressions. We solve equations. We simplify expressions, and an expression is something like 5x plus 2 plus 3x. That's an expression. On the other hand, we can solve equations. And equations are something like 3x plus 4 equals 10. What's the difference between these two things? Hopefully, you notice that the difference is this one's got an equal sign because this is an equation. And we can only solve things that have an equal sign. Let me repeat that. We can only solve things that have an equal sign. On the test you guys just took, all of you decided when it said to simplify that you were going to try and solve. But there's no way to solve an expression. It can't be done. Albert Einstein can't solve expressions. He can only solve equations. So stop trying to be the smart guy in the world and actually figure out that simplify means we're going to combine like terms, right? So if we were going to simplify an expression like this, we look for terms that have the same variable raised to the same exponent. I'm going to say that again. To simplify, we combine like terms. Like terms are terms that have the same variable raised to the same exponent. Here are two like terms, 5x and 3x. If somebody had 5 x's and they added 3 more x's to them, they would have 8 x's. And notice that 2 is still there, so when I simplify, I combine the like terms and keep all my other terms intact. This becomes 8x plus 2. That's it. It's simplified. Notice This was more complex than this, so I've simplified it. When you simplify, you combine like terms. That's how you simplify. Solving is completely different. Solving is when you're trying to get the x by itself. We weren't trying to get the x by itself when we simplified. When we simplify, we just combine like terms and get something simpler than what we started. When we solve, we do something completely different. But we're not solving today. In fact, for half of your test, we weren't solving. So, understand the difference between solving, which you were trying to do on your test to all the problems, and simplifying, which you should have done on half the problems on your test. Simplifying is just combining like terms. Okay? There's a worksheet. And the first problem on the worksheet is this one. It says 5x plus 2 plus 3x. And the answer to the first question on your worksheet is 8x plus 2. Okay? I got you started. Continue. That's your assignment for today. Good luck. We'll see you next time.